All right, this might sound like a cute story. Oh, isn't this cute? He's driving around with this cow and the police stopped him and gave him some warnings. But here's the deal. If you're not free to drive around with a cow in your passenger side riding shotgun, then you're not free. If you're not free to travel down the road unmolested without the infringement of cops stopping you, deterring you, arresting your right to free travel, are you really free in America? Let's listen to this story. We'll read some of it. We'll keep this short, and then we're out of here.
Norfolk Police Division responded to a call of a man driving eastbound on 275 with a Watusi bull in his passenger seat.
The officers received a call reference a car driving into town that had a cow in it. They thought that it was going to be, like a calf, something smaller, something that actually fit inside the vehicle.
And the vehicle was big enough. Well, technically.
As a result, the officer performed a traffic stop and addressed some traffic violations that were occurring with that particular situation.
Did you see the crap in this guy's window? Look at this.
Occupant of the vehicle.
And address some traffic violations that were...
Look at the crap on the back of the vehicle. That's not so much bullshit as the cop stopping him and violating his constitutional right to free travel is bullshit.
Were occurring with that particular situation.
The occupant of the vehicle was identified as Lee Meyer of Neely. The Watusi bull's name was Howdy Doody. He was immediately pulled over by Norfolk police and they performed a routine traffic stop.
The officer wrote him some warnings. There were some citable issues with that situation. The officer chose to write him a warrant.
Only in America, but the cops don't want that happening in America. They want to operate American soil as though it were North Korea or communist Russia or communist China, Soviet Russia back in the 1990s, excuse me. But look at this. Can you think of anything more American than a guy driving down the road in his own property with his own bull and the shotgun, and people are going to have a problem with that? Come on. Dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery any day.
Warning and ask him to take the animal back home and to leave the city.
Meyer and Howdy Doody are on their...
Leave the city, buddy. You're not welcome. You think you're free to have a bull riding shotgun? You're not. Leave the city. So you're not free to stay in the city if you act like this. The guy's not harming anybody. He's not threatening to harm anybody. He's not damaging anybody's property and refusing to pay for it. He's not violating somebody's will, but he is getting his will violated by the very people who promised not only that they would not violate his will, but that they would stop those who would attempt to violate his will. And they become the biggest violators of it. So they protect and defend the Constitution, they say with their words, but by their actions, they do the exact opposite. They swear to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and then they turn right around and become the very domestic enemies they swore to protect the rest of us from. It's disgusting, man. This isn't a cutesy little story. Oh, Brian, chill out. They just gave him a warning. No, this guy, according to the Nebraska police, is not welcome in that area. You gotta leave the city. Now, you think you can just live as a free individual? You think you can escape the plantation and do whatever you want to as long as you're harming and not threatening to harm anybody else? Leave the city, buddy. You're not welcome here.
On their way back home, and no one was hurt.
Actually, you know what happened? People were hurt. Rights were trampled. And when you interfere with life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness, no good thing can come of that. A blanket of darkness and evil lays over the land when this kind of stuff starts happening. This is not a cute story. It's no big deal because he just got a warning. Rights were infringed upon. A man could not be free to do this in a certain city and was told, hey, you got to get out of here. Get out of here with that freedom nonsense. You liberty-minded fool, we don't accept stuff like that in Nebraska of all places. It's supposed to be like one of the heartlands of America. You know, like, this is the breadbasket of freedom and democracy, they call it. Well, democracy, as we've seen, is nothing more, nothing less than two wolves and a lamb deciding on what to have for dinner. And guess who's doing the feasting? Yep, the law enforcement agents who said they'd protect and serve, but actually don't. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. If you want to support the channel, grab a hard-hitting conversation starting design. You can put on a shirt, hoodie, mug, hat, cell phone case, pillowcase, whatever you want. Remember, the price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance, and indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. Give me dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery any day of the week. I will see you in the next video.